Hello, hello, hello. I got to tell you, I am so tickled, but I'll get to that. Um, all things come to those who wait. Just when you thought you'd seen just about anything, the unmitigated gall. Woo! Well, oh man. Well, let me say hi to a few people and then we'll get right into it, shall we? Um, I'm in a good mood. I hope everybody else is too. Um, Happy Saturday to you. It's the 2nd of July. And of course, Monday is a holiday. So, is it Monday? Yeah, Monday, 4th of July. So, yeah, that should be fun. Let me say hi to Lorna Williams, Connie Balmer, B10 Powell, uh, Betty Glenn, Elaine Parker, Verda Sanchez, excuse me, Diane Hawkins, Annie Bennett, Mama Jane, Rochelle Baldreau, Veronica Quick, Carolyn Sowers. Who else is here? Sonia Johnson, Verda Sanchez, Crystal J, Carolyn Bacon, Baker. I'm sorry. Oh, look at there. I'm thinking about breakfast. Um, Legs. Hey, Legs. Sylvia Fielder. Hi. Let's see. Who else is here? Alita Porters. Hi. Hello. Florence Chifumbi. Who else is here? Josephine Young. Kim Coates. Susie Q. Sandra Rose. Madison Bonaparte. JJ. Dynamite. Let me see. Crouching chicken, hidden eggs. Okay. That's one way to hide them. Uh, oh man. So first, let me ask: is there anything trending on the on the internet that I should know about, or no? If you think so, let me know. Maybe we'll talk about it. Okay, let me be more specific. Is there anything trending on Twitter that I should know about? If so, why don't we talk about it? I mean, I could think of a couple of things, but what say you? Something that just puts a smile on my face. Okay, I won't drag it out. I won't unnecessarily drag it out. Um, Let me just take a look at a couple things here. Uh, mm, oh, thank you so much. I just received a PayPal while I was talking. I won't say your name, but I will say thank you. Um, Duly noted and greatly appreciate it. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Okay. I know what I need to do. I need to look over here. Just gonna scroll back to make sure I didn't miss any super chats or super stickers or any new memberships to Royal Sussex. And I don't think I have, but I see Dari Wiley was the first one in the chat. Lynn Beverly Poddington, uh, Mercedes Todd, Vanessa James, Maria Jacobs, Zenobia Woods, hi, and Honesty Lover. Let me see. Let me. Oh, what is this going on here? Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that, dear Dorothy Ross. Please rest, my dear, so that the veins, joints, and muscles could be healing up quickly. So sorry for the pain. Love sent your way. Oh, are you in some distress, Dorothy? And I'm looking and I don't see where that comes from, but I hope you feel better. Oh my goodness, especially in these summer months. We have to take advantage of this weather while we can. So I pray that you heal quickly. Hello, Lydia Washington. Okay, let me see here. Maggie Howell, Rosa Roberts, Angela Bauman. Okay, so and Annie Bullard. All right, let me scroll back to the last place. I don't think I missed anything. All right, all right, all right. So, Diane Hawkins is starting already. She says, I'm sending on Royals a 4th of July present from the good old USA. Hashtag royal family are thieves. So say the financial reports that dropped yesterday. Thank you for that information. And I will pass it on to Her Majesty. And let's see. Oh no. Boy, I tell you, we squatties are like the walking wounded, aren't we? Getting better than the day before. How are you? Oh my goodness. We are like the walking wounded. What is going on? Well, everybody, collective positive energy and prayers are coming your way. I'm so sorry to hear anybody is under the weather right now. Thank you, Connie Bomber, for the super sticker. And happy Saturday to you. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Hi, Marcy Foreman, if I didn't say her already, and Carol Badu, and Nash Singby. Hello. All right. Okay, please fill everybody heal quickly as possible, I hope. And let's move on to the topic. Okay. I'm a liar, don't you know? I can go wherever I go. This has been trending. I couldn't wait. And if I had to, I could make up anything. I was pranked. I was made a fool of, fool of. I'm an arbiter. Oh, I love that hook though. And if I had to, I could make up anything. I'm a liar. I am untrustworthy, Bo. I'm an arbiter. Gotcha. Well, anyway, what am I going on and on about? Apparently, somebody is considering litigation. I don't know why. Miss Arbiter, she is blaming Meghan supporters for her lack of integrity. That's rich. Maybe she'll reflect and learn a bit of empathy toward her target, Meghan. Meghan. Okay. Maybe she'll learn a little empathy. Victoria Arbiter was canceled by CNN, the US television news channel, and suffered horrific online abuse at the hands of the so called Sussex Squad. The internet army that supports Prince Harry and his wife, that's the Duchess of Sussex. She is a whole and complete person, whoever wrote this. In the wake of the hoax, Miss Arbiter was branded a Nazi Barbie. Ooh, I wouldn't take that. Toxic racist liar and apartheid Vicky. Apartheid Vicky. Ah! Okay. Let me stop. Um, and CNN was urged by the Sussex Squad to sack her. Do we have that much power? Do we? Do we? I mean, after all, we're not even real. We are a so called Sussex Squad, right? Oh, thank you, honestly, lover. Thank you for the super sticker, and thank you ever so much for watching. Royal Sussex. So, the so-called Sussex squad had her sacked. We don't have the power to do that. We are just a collection of people that are anonymous to one another, I hope. And collectively, we have become a force to be reckoned with because of our, I guess, love and devotion to the Sussexes, you might say. Whatever it is, even if it's just a sense of fair play, somebody has to call out these I don't know the word liars. I mean, the cool thing is I don't even have to say allegedly because it did happen. Now, how it happened, that's debatable, but there was a collection of four of them that made up some things because it was convenient for them. Because a couple of pranksters decided to play a little hoax on them. And if you don't know the backstory, apparently there were four of them. There were a quartet of curious fibbers, and they decided that they would pretend as though they've actually seen the Oprah interview before it aired and gave a heartfelt, honest reaction to something that they haven't seen. So let me see. Is there any word that is I don't know, synonymous with someone who makes up stuff? Oh, I know. A person who tells lies has a reputation as a liar. And it's a noun, and they call it liar. That's it. It doesn't get any more complicated than that. They were found to have been wanting in their characters. And when I say they, I will name them shortly, but um, they were caught out, if you will. Remember how uh, Cora, is it Cora? Yeah, Cora Grantham. No, Cora Crowley Grantham, whatever. She goes, "Oh, Robert, don't catch me out." "Oh, Robert, don't catch me out." Well, somebody caught them out because they caught them lying. And CNN put one of them out. CNN would not have terminated someone who has violated their policies or whatever if they hadn't actually been found out to be, what's the word? A liar. Crouching tiger, I'm sorry, crouching chicken hidden eggs. One down, many more to go. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And thank you for being a member, by the way. And Dina Nasser also has a super sticker. Thank you ever so much for that. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Saturday to you both. But yeah, so, oh, Legs, thank you. I don't want to miss that. Another super chat. Baron, you are about to get more derangers soon. I hope so, because we have like the most efficient squad of moderators anywhere in the business. So, yeah, bring them on. Bring them on. Thank you so much, Legs. And thank you for the super chat. And thank you ever so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, so, ahem. Oh, man. Sometimes people have been able to get away with telling these absolute obvious lies, but then occasionally they get caught out. Oh, thank you too, Annie Bennett, for the super sticker, and thank you, sticker that is, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex and being a member as well. Thank you. So let us move on here. Okay, royal expert threatened to sue prankster who tricked her into commenting on the Sussex's Oprah interview. Victoria Arbiter, the daughter of the Queen's former press secretary, was conned into giving her thoughts on the program before it aired. She was conned, or was she paid? Okay, as Oprah would say, were you conned or were you paid? Were you conned or were you paid? I would say she was paid, and because of her seemingly loose morals or possible lack of integrity, she gave them what they asked for. And that, of course, was a made up story, a make believe. Oh, yeah, a fib, a lie. It was not the truth. They asked her, would you give your reaction to something that you haven't seen? And oh, by the way, we're going to pay you. Nobody forced her to accept the money. No one forced her or her father or the other two liars to accept the money. They did that willingly on their own. And now they want to blame other people because they got caught out. Verda Sanchez says, we are God's children and we are truth, love, compassion, mercy. And this is why those who go against the Sussexes and God's children will always fail. You better say it, Verda Sanchez. You better say it. Exactly. And Kim Coates says, Katie, I know nothing Nichols should be the next liar to go. She's the constant royal source on Entertainment Tonight. I don't even give them a chance to say anything. I'll be like trying to, get into the whatever the story is, hoping to see something pleasant. And as soon as I see one of those so-called royal experts, I just switch it off. I don't want to hear nothing they got to say because it's always going to be that slant toward favoring the royal family, as as that Rootin' Tootin' Dan Wooten say, the royal family. Oh, this is rich. Isn't it rich? Telling a lie. Oh man, I love it, but it gets better. It gets better. Okay, so let me take that away so I can see over here. Laugh out loud, says Henry Rachel Archie Lily. Vicky, other thing there, hashtag the other thing, suing the pranksters. No one told you to comment about what you don't know. um, um, Believer. And oh my God, her lashes fell out. Okay, I'll get to that too. Apparently, she was very stressed by the fact that the pandemic was falling upon us, and she suddenly found herself out of a job, and so she wants to blame us for it, the so-called Sussex Squad. Okay, so there you go. Richard Fitzsimmons, Dickie 1, Dickie Arbiter, Dickie 2, and then Ingrid Seward, who doesn't look like that anymore, by the way, and Victoria Arbiter. These are the 4 that were pranked. In case you forgot or you never knew, these are the 4 that were pranked by some professional pranksters who asked them to comment on something that hadn't even happened yet, and they fell for it. Or should I say, the check cleared. The check cleared? Oh, man. Okay, so remind me later on to tell you the 3 biggest lies ever told. There you go. So a YouTuber actually it was a couple of YouTubers, tricked a royal expert into sharing their lies about Meghan and Harry on camera, right? On camera. And that was March the 8th, 2021. And I believe that they didn't wait until the airing of the interview, if I recall. They actually threw that information out there almost as soon as they were able to edit the footage or whatever. But it wasn't edited where you didn't see them lying. It was just, made compact enough to show exactly the deals that were made and then the lies that were told. And so there they were doing their little vignettes, and they all are. Oh, I tell you, if you guys ever get a chance to see the video, it is quite a doozy. As a matter of fact, why don't we do that now? I won't be able to show you the actual video, but you can hear a bit of the audio. I think I'm okay with that. So let us do that, and you can hear for yourself exactly how far this had gone before they realized that they were actually they didn't realize until after the story started trending about exactly how foolish they looked. So let me see, is that the one? Oh yeah, here we go. So I will do this. I need to how will I do this? Oh, I know. I can just leave it like that. All right. So, if you guys are ready, I hope the sound quality is okay. And
Going to be doing a post-match analysis of Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah, which is obviously coming out in a few days' time.
My name is Victoria Arbiter, A-R-B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
Richard Fitzwilliams, royal commentator.
Of Majesty magazine.
You've not seen the interview yet, have you?
No.
No, great. I think we have a fair idea of where the interview's going, and we have a fair idea.
Do, definitely.
Okay, great. Are you ready to go? Brilliant. Okay, let's go.
What was your overall impression of the interview?
I think that this was an extremely hard-hitting interview.
In the interview, to my mind, this was an actress giving one of her great performances. From start to finish, Meghan was acting.
Do you think, looking back now, that Oprah went rather soft on Harry and Meghan?
I think the interview was really an iron fist in a velvet glove.
She did ask the tough questions. She had to ask the tough questions.
It was not a balanced interview.
But at the same time, I think she did ask those questions in a sympathetic light.
Oprah is a friend and gave them an easy ride.
And certainly favouring Harry and Meghan.
She was totally sympathetic, and there is a great deal in it that the palace will find deeply concerning.
Were you surprised in the interview to hear Meghan's comments about Prince William?
To hear her talking about members of the royal family didn't surprise me at all. I think she was very unwise to do it, but she's the kind of woman that, you know, wants her say.
Meghan used extremely strong language to describe her relations with members of the royal household.
So having seen the interview, what do you think it said about Meghan's relationship with the Queen?
I think what it said is Meghan's relationship with the royal household was not very good.
The interview told us that Harry and Meghan both greatly admire the Queen, but not the institution.
Meghan spoke about her love of animals. Obviously, in the interview, Meghan talked about the Balham Donkey Sanctuary. What does that tell us about Meghan's character?
Meghan talked about her love of animals, love of dogs, love of the donkey sanctuary.
there is no donkey sanctuary. How stupid can you be? I mean, the whole thing about what was it? A dog and something sanctuary, donkey sanctuary. It doesn't exist. Stupid. I don't even think that exists. They just threw that in there to. Now, the one with the rather gruff male voice that you heard, I know you think that was Ingrid, but it wasn't. Yes, the very gruff sounding male voice that you heard, that was Richard Fitzsimmons. I know it. You probably thought it was Ingrid, but that very masculine voice, that very gruff, manly voice actually came from Richard Fitzsimmons. The squeaky voice, of course, obviously that was that little mouse, Victoria. And then, of course, there was the very, erudite sounding Dickie Arbiter. But yeah, incredible the ease in which they thought about things like putting some petrol in their car, making groceries tonight, and paying the mortgage. Well, one of them almost doesn't have a mortgage to pay anymore because of being caught out. And the real shame of it is that Victoria Alberta, they said she actually grew up in Kensington Palace. So she's actually pretty close to the institution, almost. I guess from childhood, she's been pretty close to the institution. So the idea that she can be a royal expert and any of these royal experts, I think that the networks should know by now that there's no I guess pretense of objectivity. It is all simply propaganda for the institution. Now, the White House is a very important institution in the United States, but they don't get free reign at propaganda. I mean, they'll do certain things for access, but believe me, on either side of the political spectrum, if someone has the dirt, they're going to share it. But you don't get that with the royal family. They are either part of the institution or they're not allowed near the place at all. And any criticism that they have is rather tepid and mild in comparison to the way they have treated the Sussexes or anyone who is on the outs with the quote unquote institution. So, pretty pathetic display. So, let me find the actual. Okay, royal expert threatens to sue. Yes, this is it. This is actually in the Telegraph. The story is in the Telegraph. And there is a wonderful glamour shot of Victoria Alberter. Nothing like the way we see her now, with that big appendage sticking out from her face. Totally different. Like right here, YouTuber Josh Peters proves royal expert lied, a lie that is, about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, a new stunt over there. Paid royal experts exposed that is in brutal YouTube prank. So it was big news for about 5 minutes, but quickly it was overshadowed by the actual interview. So there you go. But Dickie Arbiter is still carrying the party line. Cut the BS, a Daily Express, and grow up. The Duchess of Cambridge hasn't snatched the patronage from the Rugby Football Union. Harry walked away from the Royal Football Union and have decided they want continuity and reliability from their patron. Hence, of course, the Duchess of Cambridge. And then over here, it's about time the Duchess of Cambridge was recognized as a workhorse and not a clothes horse. It doesn't matter what she's wearing. What's important is what she's doing and why. She's in Denmark. Well, of course, that was that ridiculous trip to Denmark where nobody actually understood why she was there. And she seemed incredibly shy and aloof, even though she was supposed to be there to demonstrate she can do these royal tours by herself. So there you can see him carrying the water for the royal family as per usual. And he said both of those comments come after he was proven to be a liar, someone who has obviously taught his very own daughter that it's okay to lie. That's what gets me. Father, daughter, liars. Father, daughter, liars. You in the under the glare of the public eye have been caught out as a liar along with your daughter. You have schooled her into the fine art of lying. Of lying. I don't know what else to call it. Just lying. I mean, because this was a lie. I wonder if all of them are going to sue. Are all of you all going to sue the so-called pranksters? Thank you so much, Karen, for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And happy Saturday to you. And thank you so much for being a member. So, Miss Arbiter, who is 48, lives in New York, and is now considering legal action against the two London-based hoaxers, that is, in an attempt to restore her reputation. The prank broadcast on YouTube has cost Ms. Arbiter, a single mother, tens of thousands of pounds in lost earnings over the past year. She believes she is the victim of fraudulent misrepresentation. She's the victim. She's the victim. What about the Duchess of Sussex? She's lied about the Oprah interview before it happened, and she's the victim? Come on, Karen Arbiter. You're the victim? Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, she said, I just want to clear my name and for them to apologize and be accountable for what they did. They set out to have a laugh and make some money, and in the process, destroyed my life as I knew it. If it wasn't for my family and friends, I don't know what the eventual outcome would have been. Are you trying to say that you had considered uh okay, let's move on. I don't even want to speculate. The hoax is Archie Manners and the Radley College educated descendant of the Duke of Rutland. Wow, he's an aristocrat himself. No wonder they were so disarmed by his proposal to pay them to lie. Anyway, the South African born Josh Peters, okay, that's the other one, conned, oh, see, this is the Telegraph now. That's why they're using that language. Conned, I say convinced, no, let me just say this. They paid her, Miss Arbiter, and 3 other royal commentators into giving their thoughts on the interview with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex 2 days before it actually broadcast. Among those also tricked, or should I say, that were paid, Miss Arbiter's father, Dickie, the former press secretary to the Queen. Man, you can't trust anybody anymore. And the media manager for Prince Charles and Princess Diana. Okay, so Arbiter, who was paid £300, that's it? Your reputation was worth £300? Are you crapping me? Miss Arbiter was paid a fee of £300, which was never cashed, and was told she was taking part in a program to be aired on ITV after the interview, but that the program makers, using the fake company name of Beneath the Fold, Beneath the Fold. Well, that means that they're concealing something, doesn't it? Needed to pre-record. Miss Arbiter said giving interviews in advance is recognized industry practice, and she was merely trying to help out what she thought was a legitimate program maker. So let me say this. She didn't cash the check, right? Well, she didn't get a chance to, because but I tell you what, down the line, I'm pretty sure she had a deep urge to cash that check. I mean, because things got really tight for her. I tell you, her belt buckle was almost touching her spine. She was getting kind of hungry there because thank you, Legs. Let me see. Legs has a super chat. Wait, destroy her name. Is irony lost on these people? I still see I still need to see their qualifications. What is in their CVs willing to lie? Well, and of course, I believe that's their resumes, right? The CV. I think it's like Latin for resume. But yeah, clearly, if this is the industry standard, then they need to. I don't know. I tell you what, she need not ever do it again. If this is going to be £300, you sold out for £300. So you mean to tell me every time you appear on CNN, you're getting somewhere around £300 so that you can help condemn a person you don't even know? That, of course, being the Duchess of Sussex. You're giving expert commentary on the Duchess of Sussex, who you don't even know, for possibly £300. Is that the going rate to get someone to do what the royal experts are doing? If anybody's listening, I'm a royal expert. I'm an expert on the Shambridges. Yes, I've never met them, but I don't think it's an issue. If you need any information about the Shambridges or Charles or his emotional support, Camilla, I am a 300-pound a pop expert. I'm just saying. Let's see. Where did I leave off here? Miss Arbiter said that in the aftermath, the onslaught has been relentless, leaving her with dark thoughts and without an income. Oh, Lord. Leaving her with dark thoughts. Isn't that interesting the way that turned out? Leaving her with dark thoughts and without an income. Oh, God. Karen alert. Karen alert. Oh, it just gets better, doesn't it? I literally lost my work. All my work, she says. I have literally lost all my work, she said. I was mocked mercilessly, and you should have been. I went to see a doctor who diagnosed me with acute anxiety and depression. I still have insomnia. Well, for 300 pounds to react to something that never happened, and you know better, or well, maybe not, because look who her father is. Anyway, Mr. Manners, 29, who is also a magician. Dude, I thought it couldn't get funnier. He's a magician, and Mr. Peters, 28, approached Miss Arbiter through her agent, asking her to comment on the Oprah interview broadcast on March 7th, 2021. Miss Arbiter insisted such pre-recorded interviews ahead of an event are not uncommon. I never heard of it. I thought you know. But anyway, in the course of the hoax interview, Miss Arbiter at the time had declined to comment, pointing out she did not know what was in the broadcast. Other comments, she said, were based on snippets already trailed by the broadcasters and a clear indication of what was likely to be involved. So she says, if she was that upset, if she had that big of a case, wouldn't she have gone after them already? Wouldn't she have to? Right now, you shouldn't be thinking about legal action. You should be in your lawyer's office. You should have been there a year ago. In her commentary, Miss Arbiter told the hoaxers she, Oprah, did ask and thought questions she had asked were tough questions. Okay, I'm going to skip all that. All right, let me get to the juicy part here. Let me get to the juicy part. It gets better. I think if I go here, let me see. Make no mistake, it's an insult to Fleet Street. Okay. Oh, by the way, that's Ingrid. I told you she don't look like that no more. That's Dickie. Look at how his mouth is all twitched up from lying so much. His mouth is askew. Okay, so I'm gonna get to that other story that I have to talk about later. But anyway, so she said, I lost 15 months worth of income, not to mention future opportunities, and I'm on the cusp of losing my home. I'm a single mother with a son to support. I started going to counseling, but I had to stop due to the prohibitive costs. My character has been assassinated. I was publicly humiliated and my reputation ruined. Uh, where is she? There she go. There's Vicky. All of the things that she just said, I can pick out a few of them, and it sounds like what has happened to the Duchess of Sussex. Publicly humiliated, character assassination, reputation in ruins. Well, not quite. I mean, there's still enough people who know that things that she's done among other people, is the reason why. I gotta have a drink of water. Is the reason why the Duchess of Sussex was suffering. And of course, we all know that she's lost a lot because of the British media, including an unborn child. But she's not the one who has the problem. It's the blonde that's in trouble, right? Right. Okay. Let's see. She said she has had dark thoughts, adding that there's only so much that one person can take. Huh? There's only so much one person can take? Did that enter her mind, or any of the other royal rodents? Did that enter their mind when they were going after the Duchess of Sussex? And the real bad thing about this is she's not learned anything. She'll do it again. Given the opportunity, she is going to be that same person to help pay that mortgage or whatever other expenses that are lingering around out there, including retaining an attorney. Including retaining an attorney. I would imagine that if somebody thought they would actually receive any damages and an apology, they would have gone forth already. But I don't know. I'm not in her shoes. I haven't been publicly caught out like that. So let's see, what else does it say here? The hoaxers headline the video, "We prove royal experts lie." But Miss Arbiter said their defamatory narrative cost me all my work. Neither Mr. Peters or Mr. Manners nor their agents responded to requests for comment last week. In other stunts, the YouTubers tricked Katie Hopkins. Ooh, if y'all seen that one with Katie Hopkins, oh, that was a good one. They got her to accept an award with the acronym that spelled out something rather dodgy. Some people say it described her to a T, but I'm not even going to get into that one. But the pair also insisted they were leading the commentators on the feeding them line, simply asked broad stroke questions that would simply that you could simply cannot answer if you have not seen the interview. So Dickie Arbiter has previously described the stunt as deliberately misleading and a scam, and his interview edited so as to imply it. I was speculating on the full program interview. Well, of course, yes, it was edited, but I believe that there's no there. If there was something there, then they would have definitely have I guess sought some type of legal action, but it could only further damage their already damaged reputations, which I believe is in complete tatters at this point. Sean has a super chat. It says, "Karma's showing its ugly head. Everything they are trying to do to Meghan is backfiring on them. Look at God faithful in to his word. Meghan and Harry has a pure heart, and all because Will and Kate lost half the Commonwealth." Which, by the way, we're going to talk about that a little later, because I do have something to say about that too. Thank you so much for the super chat, Sean, and thank you super chat, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, so with that, let me look at a few of your comments before I move on, because I have gotten to my last slide on that topic. So let's see, which one shall we rest on? I guess this one right here. That one says more than I could ever say. Okay, so Karen Warner says the Duchess of Sussex was accused of bullying aides and is still being called a bully. The Queen agreed to have the palace and the house bury the results of the bullying investigation and not clear Meghan's name. And we are going to get to that too. Thank you very much. Let me scroll back just a little bit. Actually, a lot. Can't go back too far, but okay. I like this. Good, Karen. You didn't care about Meghan's lost sleep from your lies, liar Vicky, the liar arbiter. You tell him. Thank you so much. Lorna says she is one of the trolls that caused Meghan so much stress that Meghan lost the baby. I have to throw in allegedly. Meghan should sue her. I have no sympathy for Victoria Arbiter. Okay, and then let's go to. Okay, oh no, that's for someone else. I'm going to try to go through these. She is an emotional wreck. Good. Now she gets a pinch of what Meghan suffered. Absolutely, Lorna. Absolutely. It. You know, I think one of the darkest periods for the squatties was that 5 months at the what is that shack? The that shack that they gave them to live in, Frogmore, the Frogmore shack. The darkest period that I can think of for the squatties was when Meghan was nowhere to be seen, and every day there was one negative story after the other. They were living in that god awful hodgepodge of architecture called the Frogmore Cottage, and nobody stood up for them. Her friends tried to defend her, but the tabloid media was relentless. They were relentless. They gave them absolutely no break at all. Nobody stood up for her. Nobody said enough is enough. But yet Victoria Arbiter feels as though she has suffered a great injustice. This is the moment where she can actually reach out to the Duchess of Sussex and say, I was wrong. But she's not going to do that because she practically ate from the Queen's table day after day after day. And so her integrity has been lost with every single spoonful. She has actually been eating from that royal table ever since. Her father ate from that table. She ate from that table. And I guess they were spoonful of lies because they lied about this and they got caught out. And now they're mad, especially Victoria Arbiter, who seems to have suffered the worst, according to her, because she can't even pay for her home. But she did this to herself. Nobody cared about what the Duchess of Sussex was going through. After all, she's a woman of color. She's tough. She'll get through it. Those people usually have a way of dealing with these things. Isn't that what they say? Oh, they have a way of dealing with these things. Oh, she has that ethnic strength and that ethnic hair and that. Oh, she can get through this. She'll be all right. Sonia Johnson says, Victoria, you are a proven born liar, and it's a shame you targeted Duchess Meghan. Go ahead, cash the check. You alleged toxic racist liar, apartheid Vicky, and Nazi Barbie. You think about Meghan. Yeah, cash the check and think about the Duchess of Sussex. Why hang on to it? Why hang on to it? What has been done has been done. And oh, we got those again. Let me do something with that. All right, those are gone. Okay. Diane Hawkins says it's common practice to comment on as an expert on matters for which you have zero knowledge. It should be so. Attribute your situation to cleaning up an industry gone bad. Vicky, yeah, this is her moment where she could actually do something. She can say, "Oh, I made a mistake. I identify with you, Duchess of Sussex. I was wrong, and I can identify with your struggle because this has happened to me." That's all she has to do. And all this goes away. All this goes away. As a matter of fact, if she is sincere, which of course we can't trust her now, can we? Then she would be applauded for the fact that she has decided to do the right thing. But she can't because she and her family are still eating from the Queen's table. They are shopping in the Queen's Lager. I learned that from Downton Abbey. The lager is anyway. Karen Warner says the Duchess of Sussex was accused of bullying aides. I still okay. We're gonna get to that though. We're gonna get to that. I think I read that one already, by the way. So yeah, I need to. I tell you what, I'm gonna open up for at least one person to chime in with a comment or of a minute or less, and then we'll move on from there. Thank you, Dina Cardoza. And let's not forget that all this occurred under the watchful eye of KP, Buckingham Palace, and Clarence House. They all did this to Meghan and Harry. And how did that happen? Well, it's because the calls are coming from inside the house. And let us not forget, Dan Wooten said it, it's much easier for them to blame anything uncomfortable on racism rather than address the fact that the negativity towards them is coming from within the royal family. He's a talker, ain't he? Thank you so much, Dana, and thank you for reminding us that all of this happened under the watchful eyes of the collective Royal Windsor households. Very good point. Thank you so much for that comment, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, so let me put the link, and remember, try to keep it to a minute or less. If nobody feels like talking, we'll just move on. Okay, so how do I do that? Oh yeah. I remember. I go here, copy that, throw it over here. I am getting down. And then I simply pin it to the top of the chat. Got it. I am like Pavlov's content creator. Speaking of Pavlov, speaking of which, we haven't seen much of the Duchess of Cornwall lately. Speaking of Pavlovs. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Ronnie.
Good afternoon, Baron. And by the way, wonderful show. Good afternoon, squaddies. Baron, I want to add to what you were saying in regards to all this woman had to do was apologize. You know, to your point, it always seems that Black and brown people, we are endowed with this superhuman strength to weather these storms, and we are always called upon to turn the other cheek. I'm not trying to start no mess right here, but you know what? Even if she did apologize, it would only make her feel good. You know what I would want to see from this woman? Changed behavior.
Yeah, because if she apologized, she would be regaled as a hero. And because she obviously is not a person of color, she would have a chance to reform her what do you call it? Her oh
Her
gosh,
status.
what is that word? Yes, she would. She would be able to reform herself. Whereas a
By,
person of color,
by virtue of her, you know, her white fragility, her tears. No, sweetheart, that don't do it for me. Does an apology bring back that baby that Meghan lost due to the stress that she had?
certainly not.
Okay, Mama could keep her apology. Mama can keep her apology. She wants to do something. She could be a part of the solution and not part of the problem. But like you said, she's eating from the queen. So really, there ain't nothing for her to do but except to do what she knows best and collect those checks, keep telling those lies, and pray that karma does not come back to her as hard as she's been hurting other people. That's all. Did I make it in a minute or less?
Yes, you did. Very
Baron, I love the show. Squaddies, good afternoon. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to hit that like. All right, I'm out.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Ronnie, and thank you for your expert comment. And as you are an expert, I am going to have to wire you 300 pounds. But I need you to talk about an interview that doesn't happen yet. It's an industry standard. So I found out today. But yes, thank you for that. I think Miss Ronnie spoke for just about all of us, I'm sure. Uh, very well put. Very well put. And I don't have anything to add to that. So let us okay. Baron de la Croix, huh? Okay. She can't or won't apologize, or she will be cut off from eating from the queen's larder. Yeah, exactly. Um, if she does that, she would be ostracized by the community of royal experts and a lot of those aristocrats that she, you know, follow around and try to be as grand as they are. She would be cut off by them. So there's really no recovery from this. This is absolutely something that is not recoverable. The only way she can get close to that is to admit that she lied and to admit that she was wrong and to apologize. Not even in that order, but that's the only way to recover from this. This is an absolute embarrassment, and she should feel humiliated. She should lose sleep because she was caught out. And the only reason why she feels bad is because of that. She was caught. Had not done that, she would have just gone on to offend over and over again, just like the rest of them. As a matter of fact, they're pretty much still in business. It's just she was humiliated and shamed because she had that nice gig at CNN, and now she doesn't. Oh well. As oh, as they say, this is CNN, not BBC. Okay. And if I had to, I could make up anything. I was caught, I was exposable. I am Vicky. Oh, that's pretty bad. All right, so let's go on to another topic, you guys. And to do that, we are going to have to solicit the help of oh, there we go. Let's see. Meghan, please don't force us to choose between you and Harry. Uh, Wait a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. I was distracted because somebody just popped in on my screen there. Meghan, please don't force Harry to choose between you and us. Okay, since you've gone through the trouble, let me go ahead and do this. Go ahead, Karen. Did you have something that you wanted to add? Let me see. Okay, go on.
Yeah, hi
Hello.
Baron, how you doing?
Hi,
Hi, Scotties. How are you
hello.
guys? It's so good
I'm
to be
doing
with
great,
you
and
guys today.
oh, cool. How
Right.
are you feeling? You okay?
I
You
am
sound excited.
I am wonderful. I'm just enjoying the long holiday.
Oh, great, great. I am so glad for you.
Yeah, and being with you guys and listening to you. Your show is always wonderful. Anyway, I want to add to the previous caller and everyone else who is on the chat. Okay? And I agree. No, the apologies is not enough. They have to take accountability for what they've done. Okay? Because if she did not get caught, she would have continued doing the same thing at the Duchess' expense, okay, and her pain. She would have continued doing the same thing. And I'm sure quite a lot of us has found ourselves in the same situation, and people continue going on doing the same thing to us over and over and over again. Okay? You know,
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
yeah, they've killed her, they've buried her, they took a knocking at her, okay, for everything that's out there with their total lies and everything, like these experts that they say they are, okay, and they didn't care how it pained her, they didn't care how they damaged her, they didn't care of any of that, okay, and now that they're in the position and feeling that pain, they're coming and going after people to sue them, and the person should apologize and clear their name. Up until now, the Duchess' name is not cleared. It's not cleared. So no, it's not happening. Okay, and you didn't just do it to the Duchess, you do it to the rest of us in the world, okay, who go through this. So I'm very sorry. I am sorry. Until they change their ways, until she goes after her, accomplices, okay, and help them to change their ways and take responsibility for what they're doing and accountability for what they're doing, it's not going to happen. They need to change their ways.
I totally agree with you because Victoria Arbiter, I mean, let's face it, she would have a chance to move on from this, and in certain circles, she would be regaled as a hero, a conquering hero for overcoming her fragility. Whereas Meghan doesn't get to escape that. As a matter of fact, all of that emboldened the royal family to create this bullying report based on all of the damage to her reputation from the outside of the palace and from the inside of the palace. And we all know most of it came from the tabloid reporters and those late night phone calls, or however they passed on or should I say lied and had the press to print it or whatever. All of that came from the outside. And so once the bullying claims came out, it was so much damage that had already been done because of the media. She doesn't get a chance to escape. And now the report has been shelved. But Victoria, she can move on with her life. It's enough peroxide in this world to keep her blonde and content for the rest of her life. But the Duchess of Sussex,
how is it
she
that,
doesn't get to escape.
They can go after people? How is it that they can go after people and get to move on? Okay, and the Duchess don't get to do that. From the time they brought out that bullying accusation, they know how serious that is going to be, because you can go to any organization, any place, in the world, when you even into the kids' school, okay, because there's zero tolerance for bullying, okay, and you bring up that word bullying, it is serious and it's damaging. It damaged anyone's character, okay. And then on top of that, okay, they said an investigation is going to happen in regards to the bullying, okay. So all of us through the world is waiting for this investigation, because as far as everyone is concerned, except for the squad, okay, who knows better, okay, is saying that this woman is a bully, okay. Now you're doing your investigation, because in any organization, an investigation has to go on, and the finding of that investigation has to come out, okay, whether to for that person, is a bully or that person is not, okay. The results, whichever way it goes, okay, it has to happen and it has to come out, okay, to appease the person who is bringing the complaint, as well as the person who's being accused of it, okay. And now you're saying that you're burying that. You cannot be burying that, okay. And now you're trying to change it that, oh, it wasn't a bullying investigation, it was an investigation about your HR department, okay. So what was your HR department doing that you have to change it? We need that result too, okay. And the Queen knows why she paid for it privately, because she knows that they can come out and say, because she paid for it privately, they don't have to bring it out to the public, and because the taxpayers didn't pay for it. So she knows exactly what she was doing from the beginning with this bullying thing. Anyway, I took up a lot of your time. Sorry.
Well, you know what? You had something to say, and I'm glad you got that out, because keeping that on the inside is hurtful. And
thank you.
That you had a chance to share that with us. I appreciate that. And I don't mind at all, and I'm sure nobody in the squad minds. So thank you for your comment, and thank you for pointing out the obvious, is that in any situation, an institution would have to make a report on those claims, but this is the exception. The royal family, the royal household has been the exception, that they will just shelve it so that they can use it against her again and again whenever they choose. That is the whole point. And you're right. Any other institution would have had to have released the information, released the report, but they're not going to do it, and it's okay, because it's the royal family, right?
And it's not going to die by us, because we are going to keep on top of that, because you know something, I'm a victim of bullying and being accused of doing it. When I speak up and I speak back, okay, to defend myself, I'm being called a bully. I'm being called aggressive. I'm being called all these different things. Okay, so I take that very serious. Okay, and those people who accuse her of bullying need to come out and need to talk. I need to talk. What did she bully them about? Because you know something, this is on their head as well too. Okay, so they need to come out and talk and say
this
what
is
it is. Because
also,
you know something, you
oh
know,
no,
this is going down on them too. And I want to see how they're going to live the rest of their life, accusing this woman of what she didn't do, okay, and think they're going to have a satisfied life. No, it's wrong. It's very, very wrong. So they should be taking responsibility for this, not stand behind the royal family, because the royal family can turn and cover up stuff. Okay, they accuse her of bullying them. Okay, and that aid that they said it was a long time aid, that aid should have been left already because it was a long time aid. So that means that aid was not changing to what today's practices in terms of modern practice of running a administration or anything like that. So just the fact that they use the keyword is a long time aid, okay, that aid should have been gone already, because obviously Meghan went in there as a modern person who knows how an organization is supposed to be run, okay, who saw them doing stuff that was backward inside of there and trying to help them, okay, to bring the organization forward. Of course, she's going to have a different take of how she does things and know things are supposed to be done, okay. And then you're talking about email going at what o'clock in the night. You know something? Then if that's the case, then I'm a bully, because I get emails at 3 o'clock in the night. I send emails at 3 o'clock, depending on where the person is living, okay. It's not 3 o'clock in the night there, but it's meeting me at 3 o'clock in the morning, okay. So you know, all these things that they're going on with, that aide that left, she wants to have the upper hand of Meghan, and she figured, well, Meghan is too black when she comes in there, that she's not supposed to take directions from her, okay. And she didn't get to do that, so she decided to suck up herself and leave. And she was doing that because it was she had Will and Kate and them who was encouraging them to do this stuff. Because if Will and Kate and the rest of them had showed any respect to Meghan, the aides then would not be disrespecting her. Okay, so they didn't want change inside of there. The aides them didn't want to change. They want to continue the way they were working. Okay, which is not up to date to modern times. If Meghan needs certain reports at a certain time because she has to go to an event and speak at that event, okay, you need to get that report to her. So what she went in there and did, and they're calling her a bully, is because she make all of them get up and start doing the work that they're getting paid for, okay? Because she went in there and she see they weren't working, they weren't doing anything. Because from what I'm seeing now, and they have to go in there and change HR and change all these different things, that means they were backwards in whatever they were doing inside of there. Because now all of them are galloping. William galloping, Kate galloping thing. Now they're finding somebody from the US to come and do their PR. What happened to the people there that was so good? What happened to the long aides that you have there that is so good? Okay, why are you going for the ones from the US? Okay, well, so that alone tells me what was going on inside of there.
They were trying to set her up to fail.
They were trying to set her up to fail.
The whole idea of it was to set her up to fail, because if she proved that her ways as an American, as a high achiever, was the proper way, then it would make them look bad. And they were so concerned about the fact that instead of sitting around on their phones or watching soap operas or whatever the operation was, that they actually had to work. And that is why the Cambridges are constantly unprepared,
trying to catch up, They're galloping and trying to catch up. And then they're calling her Duchess Difficult. And then why you think those names come up? She's Duchess Difficult because she make them work. Okay? She's Duchess Difficult. And
because of that lack of representation,
because she make them work.
That lack of representation is one of the reasons why they were so embarrassed when they went to the Caribbean, because they had these people like Victoria Arbiter who those people in some way or form are usually associated with that household, whether it's through a friend who says, "Oh, the living is easy," or someone whose father or mother or someone in the family
Mhm.
worked for
I
the
mean to say,
royal
if I have
household.
to, not cutting, if I have to be called those names, because I have to get them off of their tails and start working and doing the job that they're getting paid for. Okay, I don't mind those names, because you know something, it tells me that I show you what it is that you had to do, and I would wear those names proudly. Proudly, I would wear those names, because you still had to get up and do what I wanted you to do, and on top of that, I'm out of there, and you still trying to catch up with me right now. So that tells me, okay, that shows me my power, and it tells me what I brought to you inside of there.
Karen, I'm
Okay.
gonna play a video, and
Mhm.
thank you so much for your
Naomi
comment.
Not a
Osaka,
problem, sweetie. Take care.
Simone
Love you.
All
Biles,
right, thank you. I
and
really
Meghan
appreciate it.
Markle said no. They said that they were going to prioritize their own mental health over everything else. And do you know what happened? People dragged them through the mud for not putting the Olympics, the press, the monarchy over their own needs. They were attacked for saying, I need to take care of myself. I need help. This is the typical reaction to when Black women say no, or when Black women set boundaries, when they speak up for themselves, when they say what they want or what they need, or even if they're just venting. The world has been conditioned to believe that Black women can bear the worst and still keep moving. When we do not abide by the expectations of the world, we are immediately punished. It's almost as though we have broken some unspoken social contract, like we are not upholding our end of the bargain, a bargain that we did not agree to. When Black women say no more, they are seen as angry Black women. They are seen as selfish or difficult, considered not a team player, that she's not qualified for whatever job that she's doing or wants to do, that she is seeking attention. When a Black woman says no, she doesn't get the raise or the promotion.
So thank you again, Karen. I needed to play that while I had it before I misplaced it. So I went ahead and played it. I'm sorry that seemed abrupt, but I wanted to play that, and I had it waiting. And while I had it queued, I couldn't do anything else on the screen. So thank you again, Karen. Karen spoke for all of us in that couple minutes that she was on. She spoke for all of us, because we've all felt that frustration. And TCC, son, you came back at just the right time, because I was going to ask you to come back. If you look at the comments, I literally was about to send you something to ask you to come back. So thank you so much. But um, as we were speaking, I thought of that video, and I wanted to share that again while I had it on my baby boomer mind, or I would have forgot. So again, thank you, Karen. That was very spirited and completely accurate. And I thank you for that comment. And go ahead, TCC, son.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day. How are you today, Baron? How's it going?
I am very well. Thank you for being here.
Good. I do have a thing for you. Do you have access to your email?
I do.
Okay.
But I prefer the Twitter if you're on Twitter. If you, Royal
Okay.
Sussex.
Okay.
Okay. That'd
I
be better.
need to test, and I need you to test with me. So I
Oh,
need to
okay.
send you a link.
Okay.
And
Now, mind you, I didn't do well in school, but we'll see
that's
how a test
okay.
goes.
That's all right. What I did, I set up a test and I wanted to send you via email so you can see what it's from and, all that good stuff. And there's a time that's set in there. And then hopefully that we can do a test. And if not, then you can respond back and let me know what's going on.
I'm intrigued. All right.
Okay. I'm going to send it now so
Okay.
you know it's coming from me.
Oh, do
Okay.
I need to do it now?
Yeah, just look at your email. You don't need to do anything else. Just look at your email. So when it pops in, you know it's coming from me. And then we
Okay.
can deal with that later. Okay.
Is it a financial wire of some sort?
Oh no, no, no,
Oh,
it's
okay.
no. Oh, you want some change now? See how you treat us? I tell
I was
you
about to
what.
get off of here and get on Amazon. I was about to
See,
cut this thing abruptly
and I'm
and
like
go
you. I
straight
got
to
a pack.
Amazon.
I got a
I thought
package
you were
coming
wiring me
today.
some. I
Okay,
thought you
I'm
were
gonna send
tapping
this
into one of
over.
your Cayman Island accounts or something. But okay, go
No,
on.
I wish. Okay, I just sent it. It should pop in. Let me know if you get it. I sent it to an email address though.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Okay. Yeah, I sent it to that
Now I
one.
hope it doesn't go to the spam because um, my settings are a little tricky.
Yeah, mine's a little crazy too
Okay.
sometimes. It should pop in. Fingers crossed.
Mm,
Come on.
you giving me way too much credit
Come
for a baby boomer.
on. We got this. I'm one too. I'm a baby boomer too. So don't feel bad. And my
With all
birthday's this
this
month.
technology and so forth. Okay. Okay, no, that's not it. Let me try because it might be on a different email than what I'm thinking about.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm using the one that was
not that I
available.
wait, not that I have several identities or anything. I'm not saying that.
You sound like
But
me.
uh-huh. Sometimes we have to stay a step ahead.
Yes, especially with the way things are. But I am so glad that, and it could be mean for me to say it this way, but I'm very content that what goes around comes around because now you truly, truly understand or have an idea the damage that you contribute to. It wasn't
Uh-huh.
it wasn't her 100%, but you did jump on that bandwagon. And I would have thought that just by being a woman having an idea of what that damage could do
With
to a
children, don't forget
psyche.
with
Yeah,
children.
with children, right. The damage that and even if you couldn't even identify her, you're a woman with children, and this is a woman who is pregnant. So you all of a
Uh-huh.
sudden forgot all of the hormonal things that's going on in a woman's mind and her body. Oh, you know what? It don't matter. Like you said, you're a black woman. Yeah, used to all this kind of nonsense. We're not used to it. We just know that it's out there and it's available and it can be put on us and we have to survive. We have to figure out how to survive. But that doesn't give you the license to just automatically think that abuse is standard protocol. It is
Mm-hmm.
not. It is so not, you know? And it's so sad that some people think that way. And now that it has been reversed, or I can't even say reversed, now that karma is knocking at your door, now it's a devastation, you know? But just
Mm-hmm.
think, this just happened to you. She's been dealing with this for how many years? And an entire industry. An entire industry. If you recall, I remember I said a while back, I would love to see these so-called royal reporters' portfolio. They would be surprised at how much hate that they actually have in their briefcase on one person if they actually just sat there and looked at their portfolio of stuff that they supposedly have accomplished in that industry. And they will see story after story after story after story of the mistreatment and the lies that they wrote about one person, you know? So It's just me, but I'm glad she got what she deserved. I know it's terrible. Well, hey, it is what it is. Because it would have fell back on me. I've done one or two things that might have been questionable back in the past. And when it came back, I was like, oh, okay. you know? So, she got it. She got it.
Okay, so I think I see it. Now, are you a Nigerian prince and you need some help to get some money out of an account?
Well, if
Is
that
that
is the
you?
case, do I need to make up some I need to make up some numbers.
Because I think we talked before. If you're a Nigerian prince.
No, we didn't. I had nothing to do with that one.
Okay. Now I'm not sure. I see a timestamp on here for
Okay.
June 3rd, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
I
I
don't
might
even
have
know
sent
how that's
something to you
possible.
earlier before. You can scroll in there.
Uh,
You should have something with today's date on it.
uh,
That came from me.
well, June 3rd. Okay, not July. Okay, I get it. So, all
Yeah.
right, it's
No,
not that
July the 30th. That's
email.
my daughter's birthday tomorrow.
Okay, so I'm in the wrong thing here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I
And you're
used
not a
the one that you
Nigerian prince,
have. No, I'm not Nigerian.
and you're not trying to help me with my car warranty, right?
No. Oh my God, it was so crazy in my state with the warranties.
You know what? It
Oh,
hasn't come through then. I don't think it's come through.
well, I used your business email.
Right? Okay. I don't know where that would go then. I am so sorry about that. Is it time sensitive or no?
Well, yeah, but it can always be changed.
Okay. Yeah, because that is not coming through, and I am checking
Okay.
everything. And you know what? I never used that one, so maybe that's the
Oh,
problem. Is I
that
never
could be
used
what
it.
it is. Okay then.
That's why I always tell
Okay.
people if you use the
Mm-hmm.
other one, then I'm more likely to see it. But the other,
Okay.
I got too many addresses and identities.
I understand that. I understand that. So let me see if I could even do
Well, as a
that one.
Nigerian prince, you really should.
See, now I gotta figure out how to do it on my phone. I know how to
Okay.
DM via Twitter, but I do not know how to attach a link to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that tech savvy, and
Yeah.
even with the Twitter, I find it difficult to follow the what do you call it? The threads. I find
Yeah, I
it
just
difficult
figured out
to do
how to
that.
do that too. Yeah, I
That's
just
why I
figured that
barely
out.
ever comment because I'm always thinking that I'm going to reply or something to the wrong person. So I put
Mm-hmm.
stuff on there. I rarely comment on anything on Twitter. It's just me either promoting the channel or my latest memes or sharing a story or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's hard for me to follow that. But if I can find it whilst I'm on, then I'll go back to
Okay.
it. But
It will have watch party in there. There's extra stuff
oh,
in there. You
okay.
see it? It
No,
should
I
say
haven't
watch
that.
party.
That should have jumped out. No, I didn't see it.
Yep.
Yep. Well, you know what? Let me try to go through my channel and get to it. And if that doesn't work, then I'll just have to try something else. But yeah, I rarely ever use that. I don't even know which
Okay.
email I put down for that. I don't know which one it would go to.
Okay. Well, we'll
Okay.
figure
So
out
yeah, I do
something.
apologize for that. But
No
thank you
problem.
for trying.
I tried. I
Okay.
tried.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it should no, it didn't come through. It didn't come through, and
Hmm.
that's the right
Okay.
one, but it didn't come true.
Okay. Let me see. Did I use the right?
Unless I may have accidentally blocked it. Now that's always a possibility that I may have blocked my own email, but nope, I don't see
You
anything
know
like
what?
that.
Let me double check it too, because maybe I might have been typing too fast and missed
Yeah, the
something.
last email I got was like at 2 minutes, no, about 32 minutes, well, 35 minutes ago. That was the
Okay. Let
last
me
email I got on that
see.
one.
Did I mess up? Let me see.
It's
Let me
okay,
double
but
check
if
it.
it comes up, I'll get back to it. But I got
Okay.
a whole bunch of slides I got to get through. So thank you.
No
But
problem.
you can hang out if you like.
Okay.
Okay, make no mistake, it's an insult. Fleet Street jury says Meghan and Harry can expect no mercy after their stunning decision to go rogue. Now, look at who's putting out the warning shots there. To be honest with you, I haven't taken. I saved this screenshot for whatever reason. I don't remember the actual article, but just look at the usual suspects: Russell Myers, Dickie Arbiter, and that big long Easter Island head, Camilla Tominley. And I don't know who that other person is. Who is that? What's his name? I don't even know who that is. I didn't know they had one of us going after her. But I don't recognize him. But okay, I do recognize Camilla Tominley, and that's because she has so much in common with Vicky, and that is that she has been caught wanting in her character, if you will, and so there was that hashtag referring to her as, of course, the liar. And I also think she's very, very obsessed with the Duchess of Sussex. Although, because she has been embarrassed herself, you don't seem to hear from her as much. She hasn't that critical eye like she had before, but still just as vicious. But notice signs when a person is obsessed: the scrunched brow, pursed lips, tight jaw, crazy eye. That is the signs of someone being obsessed with the Duchess of Sussex. And by the way, if Vicky Arbiter does not change her ways, she's going to start looking just like Ingrid. If she doesn't change her ways, she's going to turn into Ingrid. I promise you. There won't be bangs long enough to conceal how much of Ingrid she has inside of her. So try to change your ways, Vicky Arbiter. There's hope for you yet. I'm not saying you'll be forgiven, but try to change your ways. Okay. And then let's see. So we were here with this. That was Don't Force Us to Choose. Okay. So this is a little different from the other topics. This is actually a 2019 article that someone shared with us on Twitter today. And this is the person who's saying, don't force us to choose. I can say very clearly that the choice is obvious. And I'm not going to add anything else to that. Duchess of Sussex or what is her name? Judith Woods. Oh, gosh, that's a tough one. If I was Harry, I'm just not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which side I would come down on. Let me think about that. Duchess of Sussex, accomplished, intelligent, high achiever, or okay, yeah, I think I would go with the Duchess of Sussex. Uh, that's an easy one. That's too easy. But it's amazing that they write articles like that. When you write something like that, consider your lot in life before you decide that you want to have such a provocative headline. Even though, yes, they write the articles and someone else throw the headlines up there, but maybe that someone else just don't like her. I could not make this up. When I saw that headline, I'm like, just let me see who the heck this is. And then I found her, right? And then I found her again. And I was like, oh, ooh, oh, okay. Yeah, I think I knew. I think I could pretty much say with all the authority in the world that Prince Harry probably came down on the side or chose intelligent, brilliant, also someone who is devoted to a lot of the same causes and philanthropy and such as he is, instead of someone who's a journalist, right? That's not bad to just say journalist, right? Yeah, instead of saying journalist. By the way, on the picture on the right side, that's her at the top. Yeah, that's her. Okay, so Sheila Hilton says through all of my shade. You can't have three courts. Um, Buckingham Palace is in transition. Charles is weak. Kensington Palace has gone rogue and stupid. And briefing on Saudi jewels, Buckingham Palace has to save Kensington Palace from Meghan. Is it M's? I think that's what that is. But anyway, I don't think that's what it means. But yeah, I get your point though, and thank you for the super chat. I think M's is from the Markles, right? But be that as it may, I get your point that these royal households, there seem to be three different courts. And as they say, there's a court rivalry, right? So they were afraid that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex would have a rival court to Kensington Palace. If that's what the M means, I'm not sure. But that being said, it is a court rivalry, but it's not because the Sussexes have to do anything. The only way they won't be a rival to the other households is if they just shutter their homes and never walk out the door. That's not even a possibility. They are going to be around. They are going to be relevant. They're not hiding inside the walls of the stately, palatial, opulent, picturesque Sussex house or Sussex Manor. They're in Montecito where there are no leaks, but they are not hiding. They are out working and doing exactly the same stuff that they wanted to do as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex as senior royals, but now outside of the household, they're still doing those things. They're not even seen that much that they should even be any type of rivalry. They don't have the resources of the royal family. The royal family even has control in the American press. But yet all the Sussexes have to do is go to a polo match or go out to dinner, go shopping at Christmas, and all of a sudden they own the news cycle. They're not trying to be rivals, but people like them more. They are more attractive. They are more genuine. They look at each other, and people love a good love story. When they look at each other, they're not glaring at each other. They're not hostile toward each other. They're looking at each other with love and affection. This movie does not sell. That's not a romantic comedy. But the Sussexes, they have everything in common with every romantic comedy that you've ever seen. They have everything in common with that. You have the handsome prince, the beautiful princess, or a variation thereof that really love each other. And you're rooting for love. You're not rooting for hostility. Nobody's rooting for this. So that's why they don't sell. And so there is a court rivalry, but it's not one of the Sussexes. It's easy for them because the other households are just so pathetically bad. They're so bad at what they do that the Sussexes need only show up. They need only show up, and they own the news cycle. And they only appear as often as maybe 3-4 times a year. You see the two of them out together during a period of travel or events or something like that. They haven't even been out that much. And they can't stop talking about them because the rest of the family is so pathetically uninteresting. So there is a court rivalry. And the other households, in order to get their act together, stop trying to compete where you can't compare. Stop doing that to yourselves because you're going to lose. They have no place to go but down. That's all I have to say about that. But thank you for your comment, Sheila Hilton. I hope I did address that correctly. And thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you ever so much for watching Royal Sussex. All right, so on to the... Am I through with these slides? Yes. Let me go over to the next one. And let me see here. Let me... Okay. Was that? Oh, thank you, Lex. I almost didn't notice that. Baltimore and Kensington cosplay Karen are like that American Gothic painting. Someone needs to put their faces on it. Oh, I know which one you're talking about with the pitchfork and everything. But you know what? The people that support them carry tiki torches and pitchforks and stuff. But I've never seen them with it, although it wouldn't look unusual in their hands. But thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, let me see. I think I got that right. Palace's obsession with secrecy over Meghan's bullying review is a danger. It's a danger, says Jack Royston of Newsweek. Well, if you look over here, Meghan Markle's private messages handed over with William's approval, Palace says a Palace veteran. I think we've all seen that clip, as well as William and Kate's Kensington Palace staff accused of briefing the press against Meghan and Harry. They have not vigorously come out and said otherwise. And then, of course, once that so-called Palace veteran said there's no way this would have happened without William's approval, let me explain that as best I can. At Kensington Palace, William is the law. He is the senior most royal of that household. And so he doesn't have much autonomy over at any of the other royal households. But when it comes to Kensington Palace, that's his territory. That's why the idea of having the Sussexes under that same umbrella of Kensington Palace was never going to work, because they were plotting against the Sussexes, hoping that they would fail or not even try to make a difference, so that they would not embarrass or cause the Cambridges to look lazy or inept. And so that's why that could never work. And so with a fit of rage and with the authority of a buffoon, William was able to go to the staff that worked directly with the Sussexes and say, what is going on? What are they doing? I need this. I need that. That includes, of course, Jason Knopf, who so willingly assisted the Kensington Palace in handing over emails. But we will never know the full amount of emails. We'll never know what was really said in the emails, because there is no way to get a full account of it, because they won't allow the Duchess of Sussex to have a day in court where her lawyers could have a chance to chat with some of these people who were alleged to have been bullied, who now want to disassociate themselves with any bullying claims whatsoever. They're like, please don't put me in the middle of this, because they know that the Sussexes have the mother of all lawyers, and that they will be exposed the same way that, I don't know, Vicky Arbiter was exposed. They don't want that smoke. They don't want it. They don't want what the Duchess's lawyers have to offer. They don't want that. That's why they buried it, because there's no there there. Apparently, some inquiry was conducted. They do not know. They do not now get to bury the findings of this inquiry after they made it a matter of public interest. We demand and deserve to know what the results are and what solution is going to be. They don't want to share that. And Dr. Shola says there on the left side, clearly the bullying claims against Meghan Markle are false, because the royal family would do nothing to protect her. The bullying inquiry most likely incriminates the royal family, which is why it's being buried. So how many times does somebody have to say in so many words, show your hands, show your hand. I dare you to show us. If you have it, show it. If you got something, show it. How many times do people have to say that? If Meghan and her lawyers are not worried about the outcome, and that they believe that it would be favorable toward her, that is the only reason why they would shelve it and not want to share it with anybody. Okay, go on, Karen. Go on, TC. What y'all got for that one?
Okay, Baron,
Yes.
can you hear? Okay, I have to fuss at you, and then I'm gonna get off of here.
Come
You
on.
sat here, I'm a DIYer. So you sat here and told us all about this filter that was in our car that we needed to change. Well, not a problem. Soon as you shut it down, I went outside, I unlocked it, I went on my little knees, I pulled the little filter out, and it was covered in pollen. I said,
Mm-hmm.
oh, he was right on point. But what you didn't say was that I was going to be sprawled out in the driveway trying to put this thing back in my car. I was covered in ants.
Mm-hmm.
I was cussing you, and I said the next time that I get the opportunity to talk to you, I was going to let you know the damage that you caused.
Well,
It took
I want
me
you to know
2 minutes to take it out. It took me
my back,
35 to put it back.
my shoulder, all of that was in distress because of me leaning over sideways, one butt cheek on the
See,
what is that, the door plate seal thing, trying to,
see.
I'm making myself into the letter S, trying to reach all the way. You have to pull out the glove compartment and then
Mhm.
unloosen some bolts and screws and then open up this little flap and slide all that stuff out, which that's the
Yeah.
reaction because
Okay.
twigs, dust, leaves, all of that. And I'm trying to, well, let me, you know what? I got the picture of it. I will show you
Yeah.
exactly what she's talking about here.
Lydia, he
Uh,
treated me wrong. He treated us wrong. He didn't give us that extra information that you was going to be stretched out in the
okay.
driveway, on the ground,
It's
with
an
your head
undignified
underneath.
look,
Oh,
but
yeah, it's not pretty.
in the
Uh-uh.
long term, it is so much better for your health.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so
my
this
car.
is
Oh, I'm not sneezing near as much. The whole nine. But
that is
yeah,
a
that's
cabin
it.
filter. And
Mm-hmm.
most cars have a cabin filter. That is not the air filter that they show you at the oil change.
Mm-mm.
That is the air filter that is under the dashboard or behind the glove box. And it catches all that debris from other cars, from the elements and everything. And most people never, ever change them. So my car is a secondhand, and I'm sure that that has never been changed in about 78,000 miles. So
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
78,000 miles of other
Mm-hmm.
people's debris.
Yeah,
Now the
Lydia,
twig,
full disclosure, full disclosure.
uh-huh. Yeah, and so there was this musty smell, and if you have that musty odor in your car, change it. My aunt said that her car was smelling weird. I said, "Did you ever change the cabin air filter?" She changed it, and it went away. So if you don't have a new car, you need to change it. It's so much healthier for you. I think it's supposed to change like every 20,000 miles or such, but that is the cabin air filter. Well, thank you for for helping everybody, because if you hadn't brought it up, a lot of people wouldn't know.
It works, guys, but be prepared for the twisties, and that's your body that's involved to put it back in. Pulling it out ain't bad, but getting
Putting
it
it
back
back
in
in.
there, yeah, that's a bad thing. I talked about you the other day too. I said he didn't tell us all that.
Well, you need to figure out which one of your neighbors have made a surveillance video of you out
I wouldn't be surprised.
out there spread eagle
I
next
had
to your
a
car.
leg up. I had my hair down. I'm sitting under there. I was like, oh, I bet his nose got to be itching because I was cussing you up a
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
storm.
was sneezing
I
and my
know it
shoulder and
was.
back was hurting.
I know. It was me. Yeah. It was.
Thank
See,
you,
we're
Denise
connected.
Taylor, for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, and
Thank
happy
you,
Saturday
guys,
to you.
and happy holiday to you as
Yeah, and
well. Y'all
happy
be safe.
holidays.
Okay.
Okay,
At
so
least, at least TCC tried.
yeah. Oh, Rohini, I see Rohini is here. Come on, Rohini. Get in
No,
here.
at least TCC tried.
Now, Rohini, you're on
Okay,
camera. I don't know if you want to be, but I put tape over my camera. You
Okay,
won't
first
ever
of all, I
accidentally
want
see.
I'm
You
trying
won't
to
ever
take off the camera.
accidentally see. You won't ever
Oh
accidentally
my
see a
God.
middle-aged, over-caffeinated, chubby baby boomer in his boxer shorts and tank top.
Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you to those YouTubers, and thank you to CNN for doing their investigation and making them take accountability for what they've done. You know,
Yes.
and this is something that should be happening right across the board, because people should not be able to get away with this, and and people should not be in pain and suffer for other people's bullying and and this kind of behavior against them. This is something that's happening. They're talking about mental health. They're talking about mental illness. These are the things that cause it. These are the things that cause people to, get to the point like she's complaining about she's having all these thoughts and everything. When Meghan explained what position she was in, okay, with all that was happening to her, okay, and she explained all the suicidal thoughts and everything that she was going through, okay, they call her a liar. No, she wasn't going through this. No, she wasn't going through that. They call her a liar. And they said that, the royal family, oh, they don't do this and they don't do that. Okay. And everything is being played out right in front of us. Okay. And you are being paid $300. You should lose your job for $300 being paid for lying on someone. Okay. And someone was paid $70,000, and that person has integrity and was down and out and didn't even take $70,000. So she should lose her job. She should lose her job for taking $300 for lying on somebody, because she has no integrity, none whatsoever.
And don't forget her eyelashes fell out. Don't forget she lost her eyelashes now.
That is good too. That is good too.
She couldn't sleep.
No,
and she almost lost
sympathy
her
for that.
house. And I missed the part where she said it, but it is there, that her eyelashes fell out and she couldn't eat and she lost her eyelashes.
Desperate.
Now
really desperate to be taking $300 to lie. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God, Baron!
Now come on,
Baron.
y'all. She lost her eyelashes. How much more did she have to suffer? She's lost her eyelashes.
Baron,
She's lost her eyelashes, and she cannot afford extensions. She can't afford therapy any longer. This woman has suffered like no blonde has ever suffered before.
For her.
Oh my God.
I suffered when they were doing what they were doing to Meghan. I suffered.
And then look at her daddy.
Suffered.
He been sucking up so much. Look at his mouth. He just puckering up and sucking up to the royal family that his mouth is askew.
Okay.
So these people have suffered. I think
to hear what they were doing. It affected me
unfair
what they were doing. They're
because
ridiculous.
now she's walking around with no lashes.
Oh Lord.
She can't sleep. They about to sell a house from up under her. She suffered.
If she didn't get caught, she would have still continued doing the same thing. She might have to get another $300 to continue doing the same thing.
Oh my gosh.
When I read it, I
Listen.
said, no, not the lashes. The lashes too, girl. The lashes.
And now they're talking about about burying the thing. You brought this out to the whole world that this woman was a bully, and now you don't want to give the world an explanation why you call her a bully. Okay, no, you need to bring it out. The world needs to know what is your results. It needs to come out.
Well, you know what they all have in common? When they get to a certain age, they think that bangs make a difference. And
oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
They get to a certain point and they think, oh, if I could just grow my bangs long enough, nobody will ever know. But
that is so true.
And worse yet, this woman was with child when she was going through these things. We almost might not have had King Archie. Are you kidding me?
That's true. That's true.
No, I couldn't. That part I could never get out of my head. No.
And it can never be forgiven.
No,
it can never be forgiven.
And let's not forget, she actually did lose her baby afterwards.
Exactly.
She actually did lose her baby. And stress is one of the worst things to go through when you're pregnant.
Yeah, it's the most vulnerable time that a woman
especially
can be in,
especially as a woman who is a little older. That's one of the things they tell you. You need to stay away from stress. You need to, try to create a stress-free environment. And she was in that position.
I praise her so much. I praise her so much for the strength that she had. Okay, that she was able to carry that child, to full term for what she was going through behind those walls. Okay, and I'm so thankful for Prince Harry. I am so thankful for this man. Okay, and his intuition and his focus. I am so thankful for him. To standing by his wife and to getting his family out of there. Okay, getting them out of there.
Absolutely.
I am so thankful for him because this
and
is
to all of the people that helped. There were Tyler Perry. Let's not forget Tyler Perry was very instrumental.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
All the people that helped them to get out of there. Friends, Tyler Perry, Oprah, everybody, and for Oprah for them for telling their story, their story because it needed to be told.
And if anybody knows how brutal the tabloid can be, everything that can be done to Oprah has been done to Oprah. And in spite of the risk, she was willing to allow them a platform to tell their story.
Exactly.
Because if anyone else had done it, it may have been really skewed and one-sided on behalf of the palace.
Up until now, people are still believing the lies about Princess Diana. Up until now, people are still believing the lies that they told about Princess Diana. Okay? This needs to stop. This is modern times. People have a right to talk, and people have a right to defend themselves when wrong is being done to them. This is not colonialism. It needs to stop.
Hold on a second, Rohini, you're in here. Go ahead, Rohini. I lost track of you because
I am enjoying myself. I'm thinking of starting, a lash company, calling it Squatty Backlash. I'm not sure if people would buy because I think that's a pretty good branding. The Squatty Backlash, I think so. But it's amazing that there's Brian, I don't know if you realize, but there's a constant little intimidation tactic they're trying against the squad by calling us out. There's been more than one calling us out.
I've been called out.
Exactly. To see, I don't know if they're trying to intimidate us. And I put it on Twitter. I said, listen, we took off this woman's lashes. You really think you can intimidate us? You think you can we took off some lashes. You ready for a squad?
Today is your lashes, but tomorrow it may be your extensions.
I'm just saying, does Dan Wooten wear extensions?
Hair extensions.
Does Dan Wooten and Chris Shipp do they have hair plugs? We're coming for them, player. We're coming. We're coming for your gel. Right? We're coming for your head and shoulders. We're coming. So you better be scared.
The thing is that they're thinking that we're vile people. They're thinking that we are rage people. They're thinking, all this negative thing about us. That's not who we are. It's all about the truth. It's all about the truth, because when you lie, it affects us. And we all in the same situation. We all went through this whole thing. And what they do here, they don't realize that this thing it affects people in a mental way, and it caused mental illness.
Not just that, not just that, they created an atmosphere where a lot of, I know for sure in England, because I've had a lot of friends tell me about it, where there are a lot of people who would have been covert with their, prejudicial behavior, they were emboldened. They were emboldened to be their worst selves
Exactly.
because of it. And people are affected, they're being affected by it even more. Because the idea is, if someone like her, who could reach the highest of the high, I mean, you can't get higher than an A-lister and a member of the royal family. You can't. If she could reach there and still experience it, what do you think happens to myself and the lady we're talking to here? What do you think happens to us?
Exactly.
Every day, having to go to work, having to deal with people.
Well, wait a minute now,
was so
because
familiar.
according to the tabloids and according to Meghan McCain, she's going to reach even higher. You see your screen there? Meghan Markle would pursue her delusion.
What is wrong with Meghan? I need Meghan to get on keto and lose some weight before she come for my Meghan, because, like, what is wrong with her? Nobody was talking to her.
Now,
Nobody was talking to her.
Look at
When did she get
Meghan
to
is
it?
always
Meghan
Meghan
McCain
is
is
always
looking
at
for
the White
attention,
House.
and I wouldn't even give her the time of the day.
You know what, Byron?
I would not even give her the time of the
Listen. I plan to buy a white suit for when they get Roe v. Wade fixed, and she has to go to the White House for President Biden to sign it. I intend to have my white suit with wine on Twitter, watching it and enjoying myself. You wait and see. I hope you all ladies getting your white suit ready, because we're gonna party. Because this is what you do. You get up and you get things done. You don't give someone a smile and a wave. You work. You put your voice behind it. You know what I mean? And this is what, this is the legacy of Princess Diana. She understood that everybody was leaning in to hear what she had to say. So she made sure that what she had to say was something of substance. Right? It was something of substance. So that while they looked at her pretty dress, they also saw that she stood for what was right. I could tell you that she single-handedly changed the ideas of towards people with HIV and AIDS in my country. I could tell you that personally. We've dealt with that.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
She single-handedly changed it. It was almost overnight, because getting that down here, in Trinidad and Tobago, you would lose your job. And because of her, there were women that were emboldened to go to parliament. So now HIV medication has been free for decades here in this country because of her. Do you understand me? Because they were emboldened by that example. That is what you do. You don't sit there and smile and wave at people. You get up and get things done. And this idea of a caricature of the royal family is not going to work anymore. We don't need that. They don't need that anymore. What they need you to do is to work. And the one thing that you have is your name. You have your name. The royal family, you have your name. So how about you use that name for something good? But I will tell you this. I do believe that William is very short-sighted, because he has opened the door to these staff members turning on him. He has opened the door for that. I can't wait till the book starts to write.
He's in bed with the right wingers. He's in bed with the Tories. He's the Tory prince. And when he got booed in Liverpool, it was because of his Tory affiliations. And that lets you know that there's a whole region of the UK where they look unfavorably toward the royal family, not just in Scotland, not just in Wales, but right there within England itself. You got like these working class people that are looking at them and saying, what do we need you for? They're not showing deference when they're booing William. They're not showing deference when they boo the Queen. But that's exactly what happened. So when they say the Queen has never been booed on the soil, I've seen her booed in Scotland. And of course, in Liverpool, when they played God Save the Queen, they booed. William shows up, he was booed. They don't boo the Queen that often because, they play on her age and her fragility. But there is a lot of things that is changing as the older generation dies off. You have these younger generations that are coming along that overwhelmingly think it is time to elect a head of state. We don't need the royal family. We don't know what they do. Cut a ribbon, smile, a little wave, and that kind of stuff. That's not going to cut it in the future. They need to um, just do the ceremonial stuff and stop trying to save the planet one day and then jump in a private jet the next day. They're the ones that are the hypocrites, and people see it for what it is. So it doesn't matter what the squad thinks or says in terms of the young people over there, because they have eyes and ears of their own, and they're seeing it in real time within the United Kingdom that the young people are the ones that are calling them out. I even played that video where the young people and a few older people were pretty much saying that I don't pay attention to them. And if you go to the UK, you'll find that people are going about their lives. Nobody's stopping and standing in the street and looking at their phones trying to figure out what the Queen just said, or where William may be, or how much money in the bag Charles has. Nobody's paying attention to that stuff. They only focus on the bread and butter issues, like how much is the fuel going to cost? How much am I paying for rent? Can I even get council housing? Those are the things that people are concerned about. The other stuff, that is just to create hate and hostility toward the Sussexes. And then so much of it is geared toward the American audience, because as long as there is that court rivalry, as long as the Sussexes are succeeding, then that's a threat to the institution. And they know it. They know it. They are the ones that are afraid. They want to make it seem like the Sussexes are afraid and full of regret, but they are the ones that live in fear. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Like Rahini said before. Princess Diana started this work before, okay, in terms of people speaking out and standing up. Okay, she started before, but the world wasn't ready for it. The world was still being manipulated and bowled over, okay, by the royal family, because, you know, they believed in that. So they weren't ready for what Princess Diana was bringing up. Okay, now they're getting there. And now Meghan is carrying it on. Now she's carrying it on. Okay, so whatever Princess Diana started there, it hasn't died. It hasn't died. The world is ready for it now. People are not going to be suppressed anymore. Okay.
Well, did you watch the video that I posted? When did I post that video? I posted the video last night, late last night, about Diana going to the AIDS wing of the hospital. She opened up that AIDS wing. I want to say it was 1986 or something like that. And when she showed up without gloves, right? People were surprised because they weren't sure that she would come, and they weren't sure that she would, whether or not she would wear gloves. And when she did that, they said that the Queen asked her, "Why are you going around those people, and why do you and why aren't you wearing gloves?" and all those things. And Diana had the facts. You know, as you know, she had a relationship with a heart surgeon, so she wasn't a medical person herself, but she got good information. She spent a lot of time visiting hospitals, and she knew that it was safe. But most people did not. And people almost forget that Diana was one of the, if you like, celebrities or famous people on the forefront of information. And they said that one of the guys that she shook hands with, his family was not speaking to her or speaking to him.
That's right. I saw
And
that.
because of that visit of Diana, he was able to get back in touch with his family and have some type of relationship with them before he passed away.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for Diana, there's a lot of people who were not in contact with their families up until that point of that visit. And suddenly, because of Diana, that made it okay. That said, oh, yes, it is safe. We can do these things.
Yeah, she sat on the bed with them. She sat on the chair with them, and she had conversations with them. She shook their hands. She hugged them. and stuff, and that made their family come back in now and see them, and and it just blew up the whole thing, and it made everything out in the world, and she had no gloves on or anything. And it went out into the world that, okay, now we can open up, it's okay. So she brought it all out into the forefront, that AIDS is not something you should run away from, you should embrace it. And then she said, all these people want is love. All they want to know is that someone is there for them, and they just want to be loved. That's it.
That's exactly what Diana said. She said people just need to know that they are loved.
Yeah.
It was just the simplest message and the most profound thing that could have been said, especially at the time during the AIDS crisis. And she was there. And they downplay that part of her life in the UK, especially
and
the tabloid
there's
media.
her husband one side being jealous of her because she's getting all this publicity. Did you see the time when he go to play the instrument when they went to Australia, and his music teacher asked him to play the instrument that he used to play when he went to school in Australia, and he couldn't play it. He made 3 tries and he couldn't play it, and then they asked Diana to play the piano. Diana went to play the piano, and he got jealous.
Everything made him jealous. Okay, so Karen, I got you, and I have Rohini. It's been 2 hours. I'm gonna have to move on, you guys, because I still got a few slides to get to.
Take care.
And I have a super chat that I need to respond to. So sorry, Rohini, I couldn't get you back in here. And thank you, Karen, for your comments today. It was very spirited and very necessary for us, and I do appreciate it. So I will catch you guys the next time we have an open forum like this. And thank you so much for commenting, and thank you both for watching and supporting Royal Sussex. And hello to you, Ivy. Hello, Ivy here. And then let me get over here. Sean has a super chat. Sean says she was losing her child while holding Archie and comforting him. I'm thinking about starting a channel, and I'm not going to be classy with my words. Are you implying that I am? They are going to get this work. Sean, please do. Please do. If you have an electronic device like a phone, iPad, or a computer, it doesn't have to be polished or fancy. It just has to be authentic. Everything else will grow from there. My early videos were very crude and very, slapped together, but I did the best I could. It will work out, I promise. So do it, do it, do it. Get a channel going, and we're going to support you, classy or not. Anyway, thank you for the super chat, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, so I know it sounds redundant given the width of my body, but I'm a little behind. I know. Get it a little behind. Okay, so let me scroll, make sure I didn't miss anything. You guys have been commenting away, and I'm so sorry that I have been in conversation and such and missed those, but I'm sure you understand. I'll take a couple though. Iris Wood says these folks can give heat but can't take it. When they were lying and pushing Harry and Meghan. Yes, yes, and yes, absolutely. And to get back here, there you go. Yesterday, we caught Alexander Ian Delbar blackfishing and pretending to be a woman of color. He used the handle Tamati North. Yeah, Tamati North. Then changed it to Northwind Tamati. Oh, why does that sound like one of those reporters? Anyway, when he discovered he got caught, he quickly disabled the account. Now, that was from Christopher Bowsey yesterday. No, maybe about 8 hours ago at this point, right? Maybe about 8 hours ago. And if you take a look at the avatar, it appears to be a woman of mixed race. Well, check that out. Proud to be biracial woman and loyal family I'm sorry, and royal family. Oh, that's kind of small. Okay, now I can see it. Proud to be, oh, no, not be. Proud biracial woman and royal family supporter. Pacific Islands are my blood, my roots, my life. You must be crazy to use a real photo on here. So he or she is making the excuse that they don't use a real photo, that they're using an avatar because they don't want to be identified for fear of, I don't know, maybe the so called Sussex squad, something, I don't know, whatever it is. But they were discovered and they quickly changed or the name. Well, first they changed the name. And then when they were discovered, they decided to just delete the channel. So it's still happening, folks. You may find yourself encountering people that are absolutely positively not what they appear to be. Like for me, for instance, I'm actually the Duchess of Sussex. And according to my brother, Thomas Markle Jr., this is my channel, or I'm paying someone to do it. No, I'm not paying someone to do it. I am literally sitting right now in a pencil skirt, stilettos, and a button-down shirt from something new. What is it, Misha Nunu? Yeah, I'm sitting here with my Misha Nunu button-down shirt, and I'm doing this live stream right now. I should know I'm Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Yeah, and and when I'm not doing this, I'm doing some of those Pilates or yoga poses and stuff like that. That's what I'm doing. So I have it on good authority that I'm Megan, the Duchess of Sussex. So now y'all know I have been exposed. Catherine Bryant says, "Oh, it's a super sticker. Thank you so much, Catherine Bryant. I almost didn't see it because I'm in the middle of a what is that stance that they do? You know, where you kind of look like one of those figurines. But yeah, so I was in the middle of a pose and I didn't see that clearly. So now that I have straightened up, I can see what you have there. So thank you very much." Uh, Juliet says now one article that comes out is that the palace staff said they got coffee from Prince Harry every day. I heard that. Um, oh, I was watching Sussex Squad Family TV. I watched that today. It was very good. And he spoke about the coffee incident. So if you guys want to hear a great explanation for this comment, he really went into details on it. So it was about the coffee gate. I'm going to call it coffee gate. That Prince Harry was nice enough to make coffee for people, and then when he got married, I don't know, there was something that he found more appealing than making coffee for a bunch of overly entitled people working for the palace. He had, oh, I don't know, other things to do. He got married and he had a wife, and he was living in that pathetic little cottage, servant cottage that they gave him at Kensington Palace, Nottingham Cottage. And of course, once he got married, they moved him into an equally disgusting cottage, if not worse. And now he's in Montecito, California, where there are no leaks. So he's doing better. And it bothers them that he didn't seem to have an eye for them, that he may have made the occasional cup of coffee or pot of coffee or whatever. And they were outraged that once he got married, once somebody came into his life and he started dressing better, speaking well, and you know, he gave up drinking and smoking and all of the vices that he had known, and all of the shortcomings were a thing of the past. And that became threatening to quite a few people, especially the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. I mean, let's face it, you guys. As much as we love Harry, y'all know that ever since Meghan came along, his suits actually fit. He's wearing nicer shoes. He's dressing and coordinating his wardrobe. And that was what was lacking. Nobody cared enough to say, you know, this is this or this is that. And Harry, of course, for lack of a better word, he's a real man. He didn't know the difference. Now he does. And when you know better, you do better. The Duchess of Sussex has had a tremendous impact on his life, an impact for the better, for the greater. And that's threatening because they know that there's no turning back, that the Duke of Sussex, his star has risen so much higher. He was already the favorite royal. We all know that. But his star has risen so much higher than it ever was before that they are living in constant fear. Now, I'm going to show you a good example of what I mean about the changes that the Duchess of Sussex has made. I have a photo that I would like to share with you. And okay, come on, photo. Don't mess with me today. All right, where did it go? Okay, there, I got the photo coming up. I just need to, okay, let me try this one. See if that one works out. If that one works, the other one should. And as Harry would say, ha! I still don't see it. Oh, not to worry, not to worry. I swear I got this. I swear I got this. I was on a roll until I just tried to do this. Oh, try it like that. Oh man, I wanted to show you the hole in the shoe. Anyway, some of y'all may have seen the photo, some of you may not have seen it. But of course, it's not to make fun of Harry, but it's just to let you know how much further that he's come. And I don't mean that his foot was hanging out or anything like that, but the shoes needed to be resoled or whatever they call it, where they put a new leather bottom on it. But he was in a bit of a state, not a state of disgrace, but just in a bit of a state. And the Duchess of Sussex came along and changed his life for the better. He cared more about himself. He already cared about people. He gave everything of himself, right up until the point of making coffee. And it just breaks my heart that they would hold that against him, that he wasn't making coffee for them anymore because he got married and he just didn't seem as into it. I mean, that is as sick as could be. That is an illness. That is some type of illness. I know not what to call it, but that's an illness. That is a obsession, a sickness, or something. But they just did not want him to be happy. He found the one. He found happiness. He found someone to share his mission for the Queen and in that twisted family. And they did not want him to be happy. They wanted him to be some sort of a court jester for life. They wanted him to follow behind one of the most miserable, pathetic people that you could imagine for the rest of his life. And they were okay with that. But Meghan wasn't okay with it. I mean, I really do feel in some kind of way that there was, once Meghan got to know him and fell in love with him, there was no way she was going to ever leave him behind. That was not even an option. I think she would have stayed and endured whatever, not to leave him behind. I couldn't see that. I don't think that the Duchess of Sussex could have gone back to the United States under any circumstances without him. Even if they never had children or whatever, that just wasn't possible, because Harry deserves a better life than what he had with that family. And once he found it, it seemed like how did they say on Tabitha Brown said, "What is it about my happiness that triggered you?" It's exactly that. What is it about Harry's happiness that triggered them? That triggered them to the point where they wanted to make sure that he stayed miserable, and that he uh, didn't seem to have any type of support other than what it took to get him on a plane or in a car so that he could support that family. And they were okay with that. Nobody was going to rescue him. Absolutely nobody. The only way that he was saved from that was he found a suitable wife, a suitable bride. That's the only thing that saved him. Other than that, that family would have been completely content with Harry being absolutely miserable and still putting on a stellar performance in spite of his unhappiness. And that's the way I see it. But they were okay with that. They were absolutely, absolutely okay with that. Whatever it took just to make the family look good and to satisfy that bill of what was it, 83 million pounds a year at the time. Whatever it took to do that, they were okay with it. Okay, so let me look at some of your comments because that makes me really emotional when I think about that. That really really gets to me when I think about that. Let's see. Prince Charles lied before Meghan came along. He was saying that he was taking care of Prince Harry and William and Kate and the children. And if you mean like financially taking care of them, or because I know that they implied that Charles was paying for Meghan's clothes, and that turned out to have not been accurate at all. Let me see. And thank you for your comment, by the way. But why is that coffee article coming out again? I've read that a couple of years ago. What is going on is silly season for the British media, where the royals are going on. Wow, where the royals go on summer holiday, or is it while they go on summer holiday? Hmm. Oh, that's right. They're going to take off, and then we're not going to see them. No wonder they were working so much. No wonder, because they're about to disappear. Star Rise says, I agree, but I believe Meghan would have stayed and endured the BS if Harry had asked her to. So glad he had enough strength to say enough. Yes, yes, absolutely. I'm so glad. I'm so good. I think everything worked out for a reason, including the no half in, no half out. Thank you so much. Cypher says, I knew that was a lie about the clothes as soon as they wrote it. Meghan was wearing too many of her older clothes. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I'd learned later on. I didn't know the difference. I saw it and I didn't question it because I was just like, oh, all right, but then when I found out that that was all part of the lie, and of course Meghan was not afforded the opportunity to set the record straight because it's don't explain, don't complain, or whatever. So she was not allowed to set the record straight, even though it was obviously not so. So yeah, so there you have that. Okay. And let me see here. Okay. Oh my goodness, we're going into 2.5 hours now. Okay. Oh no, Meghan is very strong, intelligent woman. She would never stay to suffer. Rosa McIntosh. Yeah, I wouldn't say that she was going to stay to suffer, absolutely, but I was just saying I don't think she would have left without him. I just could not. It. I don't know. I just could not see her leaving without him. That would be the question for the ages. Would she or wouldn't she? I say no. I say no. She would not have left him behind like that, especially considering the connection that they have. I don't know how that would be possible. I just think that whatever God's plan was God's plan, and and things worked out the way it was supposed to. Fortunately, fortunately for everybody, we will never have to know the difference. We'll never know the difference because They were both miserable, and they agreed as a family, we're up. Harry called it, and they left. So fortunately, we'll never have to know. All right, so there it is. A strong Black woman. I think we Blacks talk too much about racism. Now, I'm not implying that that is Duchess Doolittle at all. I'm just saying that this is how it's done. You alter your looks, or perhaps you. But if it was an audio message attached to that, I'm pretty sure that would expose the real person. But yeah. All right. So you guys, okay. Let me say this. The moderators, one of the moderators may recognize what's up on the screen right now. So this is what happens. The moderators can remove the comment, and then a few times a day, I go and take a look, and I can permanently block that person's account, right? So I saw this. Good morning, everyone. I'm new here. Fair reporting. I think to improve your videos, you should try not to make fun of someone's appearance so much. That will help improve your videos. I hope everyone is having a fantastic and wonderful day. Talk to you later. Signed, Robot. Wait, it gets better. It gets better. I'm new here. Good morning, everyone. But I adore Pierce Morgan and Meghan Kelly. Pierce is so funny. Signed, Robot. I don't know whether it's a robot or not. I just think it's hilarious. But the one that really gets me is not worth my time, sir. At least this person was honest. They ain't got time for Royal Sussex. They don't want none of my BS, and they are telling it as it comes to them. Not worth my time, sir. Uh-huh. Back at you. Oh, man. I love Pierce Morgan and Meg. No, but I adore Pierce Morgan and Meghan Kelly. Pierce is so funny. Lord have mercy. Now you know that's a robot. That could not be a person embracing that hog-headed Pierce Morgan. That is absolutely positively has to be a robot. If it's not, then that's some I don't know what it is. But look at the avatar. Look at the avatar. We're led to believe that that is a woman of color and or a Black woman who is in love with Pierce Morgan. Yes, I can see how that could happen. Okay, Dante's Cave says, I wish we wouldn't keep saying she's strong. Anyone can be broken by the persecution and propaganda circulated worldwide. So many athletes and celebrities and others targeted have shared. So true, Dante's Cave. Absolutely, absolutely. There's different types of strengths, and we can call upon those strengths, but they don't necessarily save us. And we're not necessarily strong in every direction, even for a strong person. So yeah, there are variations of strength, and people imply that because people of color have endured 400 years of oppression because of the transatlantic slave trade, that somehow we are like these supernatural beings. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. A lot of people did not survive it. The ocean is littered with people who could not survive that persecution. The plantations are loaded with slave cemeteries of people who could not survive that persecution. And I could go on and on, but you get my point. So, okay, let me take that away. The Netherlands, the Dutch central bank, apologized on Friday for the institutional involvement in the 19th century slave trade. The apology came at a ceremony marking the Dutch abolishment of slavery. Now, I found this on that network. It's called the Caribbean News Network, the CNN Caribbean News Network. And it was just a post. I haven't actually taken a good look at any news story about it, but this was just kind of a last minute thing that I grabbed. Okay, let me see if I do that. Okay. Netherlands, on behalf of DNB, I apologize today to all people who, by the personal choices of my predecessors, were reduced to the color of their skin. Klaus Knot, the central bank governor, said in a speech at the event. So this was an apology that was given at an event, I guess sponsored by the DNB Bank. And of course, if you guys could read some of the comments that were made at the time, this was posted on Twitter. It was things like, all right, but what about reparations and those kind of comments? Or this does not in any way make up for this, that, or the other. So I'm pretty sure you could imagine what some of those comments were. But it's a start. As you know, in the Netherlands, King Willem-Alexander. I actually watched a speech that he gave where it wasn't a speech. It was like, I guess like a conference or whatever. No, it wasn't a conference. But anyway, he was in one of the rooms of the palace or castle or whatever, and he spoke about the royal carriage that is covered with these heroic images of featuring the empire, what empire they had in the Netherlands at the time. And this carriage was given as a gift to the royal family, and it was covered with people of color, including slaves, as a representation of how the Netherlands had built their wealth. And so that carriage was no longer available to use as of, I want to say 2 years ago. They decided to remove it from public sight. So the family won't use it, and they also won't display it because King Willem Alexander says that there is work to be done and that they need to address the slave history of the country. And so it was very moving what he said, and I was really really grateful for the fact that it was being said at all, because the thing is, people, as you can see with the royal family, it is okay to keep the company or even be as vicious and malicious as any of the Tories or conservatives or the white nationalists. They can be of that or part of it as often as they like. And politically, it doesn't seem to hurt them at all. The royal family has been playing along with this or participating more likely with that with those type of people all these years, and it doesn't seem to hurt them. So for Willem Alexander to say certain things, for this bank to acknowledge and apologize, it's a step in the right direction. And there's so much more work to do, as we found out from that ridiculous Caribbean tour that the Cambridges went on. But they were unprepared. No black representation. They were simply unprepared to deal with what they were walking into. But conversations are being had. People are definitely going to hold these banks, these nations, these ancestors, they're going to hold them accountable. They are going to make sure that if there are reparations to be paid, that they do pay it. They're going to have to pay, and they're going to have to acknowledge, apologize, change policies. And paying reparations is not just putting $200 in everybody's pocket or $2 million in everybody's pocket. Reparations build hospitals, build schools, debt forgiveness for some of these countries that have had to turn to the World Central Bank or whatever because of the Western policies that were created to bankrupt some of the poorer countries. Anytime that the West goes in there, believe me, they're getting way more out of it than what they're putting into it. So they're getting water rights, they're getting the best agriculture, the ocean fronts, whatever it is that they can make money, that's what they're asking for or demanding better in return. So that's that. So I just thought I would share that with you guys. And that is the end of the slides. I have gotten through everything in 2 hours and 37 minutes. Oh, man, I'm all talked out. Let me get some water here. Let me see. Did a 3-part series on Sussex Global UK about reparations recently. And you know what, Ivy, can you give us a link to number 1 so that I can put that on the comments? If you can give me the link to number 1, and I will share it so that people know exactly where to start. I can look it up myself while I'm sitting here, and I'll do that. But let's see if you can beat me to it. Okay, Sussex Global. Okay. Let's see. True Bear and reparations must cover a lot of issues. Yes. Oh, wait. There it is. All right. Okay, so Ivy's going to look for it. Great. Thank you. Yeah, it says True Bear and reparations must cover a lot of issues that needs attention. Amen to that. It's not just a financial payout, but there's a lot of technology, materials, as well as institutions that need to be fattened up or created that could help a lot of people in countries where there's so much disparity in wealth and such. So that is one of the things that they can do in terms of reparations. But they have to start somewhere. If the apology is the start, then that's where we start, is with an apology. But then after that, we definitely have to hold them accountable in so many different ways to make sure that they put up or otherwise they have to suffer from the wrath of you know who, right? If they don't pay out that money, they are going There is one person that I can think of that can definitely hold them accountable, and you all know who it is. Y'all know why I'm stalling, don't you? There is one person who is capable of holding them accountable.
Yes, Prince. Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
So if they don't pay up, if they think for a second, otherwise, Trenchtown Man is going to be at every royal household, every event, every christening, whatever it is. Trenchtown Man is going to be there demanding reparations or else. And if they don't get reparations, he's just going to say, what do you mean? So if I was them, I'd come off the money because Trenchtown man ain't having it. I know. Trenchtown man was singing his song, Hey Prince, Hey Prince. Okay. Okay, I see reparations number 3. I see. Okay, Ivy, I think I am going to get to it before you. Let me see. I see part 3 of 3. Wait, no, that's reparations part 3 of 3. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for Ivy. I'm gonna have to wait for Ivy because I can see part 1. I got it. Okay, let's talk about reparations part 1. Got it. Okay, so I got the link and I am going to share it before Ivy gets back. Hello, Ivy here. Okay, let's see. So there's that. Okay. And then I go here and I pin it to the chat. Wait, did I? No, there it is. And I go and replace the pin. Okay, so I've pinned it to the chat there. And that should take me to hello, Ivy here. Okay, that didn't do nothing. Wait. Okay. All right, I think I got it. Nope, that didn't do nothing. How come that ain't working? Oh, thank you, Lorna Williams. Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you all for being here today. All right, so let's talk about reparations part 1. I copied that. I put that over here. Maybe that's what I need to do. All right, so there it is. And, oh, man, it keeps moving. Wait, where did it go? Wow, that moved fast, didn't it? Y'all see it? Because I don't see it no more. Where did that thing go? Wow, that was fast. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. I was about to put myself in timeout. I was about to put myself in timeout. Okay. Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay, I got this, y'all. Don't go nowhere. I got this. That's that. Okay, so let's talk reparations. There it is. And then I pin. Then I hold still. Oh, I was about to drop an expletive. And then I pin it to the chat. I got it. All right, got it. All right, you guys. So there it is, top of the chat. If you go there and click that link, it will take you to Ivy's Let's Talk Reparations Part 1. And then you can go to Ivy's page or YouTube, and you'll find parts 2 and 3 as well. So, okay, thank you, Annie Bullard, because I wasn't sure. I'm all over the place. All right, you guys, let's give love to our faves, our queen of everything. Oh, I got to get out this chair. My behind is killing me. Oh, let me see. Oh, and my knee is locking up. I got to get out this chair. Oh, let me see. Love to our faves. Ooh. Well, y'all know who our favorite. Oh, there it is. Princess Diana, our queen of hearts, and Doria, our queen of everything. Okay, and you guys have the link for Ivy. And let me see if Duchess of Success is going to be on today. I think she just got back from her vacation. Special K was on last night. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Not the whole thing. Okay, I don't think she's on today. All right, so. And yeah, so there you have it. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex, and thank you for the super chats, the super stickers. Also, I received a PayPal and a Cash App while I was sitting here, so thank you for that. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You all's input and your donations is what makes this possible. And as they say in that movie, you complete me. No, yeah, you had me at Royal Sussex. All right, let me take that away. And I think I've done everything. We just need to do Ginger. No, you know what? I'm not going to. Yeah, I'll do Ginger Avenger. We have to do Ginge. Got to do the Ginger Avenger. Okay, so Ivy, if you can hear my voice, it is up and everybody can click on it. And okay, we're good. And finally, bonsoir and très bien. Yes, the royal family of Britain is a bunch of sauerkrauts and what is that? Sort out. They need to sort out William and Kate's pettiness, right? The royal roaders and British media. That hoghead Piers Morgan is an imbecile, and Sharon Osbourne is renting. She's renting a place. She lives in council housing, right? And yes, they're all imbeciles and illiterate rascals. So there, see, I have flawlessly deciphered that for you guys. So if you, matter of fact, I am going to start a business where I translate manuscripts from French to English, since I'm doing so well. Très magnifique, right? Très magnifique. Okay, thank you so much, you guys. And I will see you all tomorrow. We are going to Ginge Avenge, and then I need to eat something, I think. Oh, thank you. You like my French, huh? Thank you very much. Oh, wait. How do you say Dankeschön? Yes, Dankeschön. That's French for thank you. Dankeschön. Okay, wunderbar. That's French for wonderful. I'm gonna do a channel with French lessons. Okay. Oh, is that German? That's German. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Au revoir and arrivederci. Très magnifique. Au revoir. Bonsoir and ooh, something fruit parfait, something like that. But yes, yes, c'est bon. Okay, merde. I know that one, merde. Okay. See, I just used an expletive. Oh man. I know all the curse words in all the languages. All right, and Ginger Avenger, and then we are out of here. Thank you so much, everybody. Love you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow. Q Ginge. All right. Thank you so much. And remember, if I had to, I could make up anything. If it's false, if it's unrelatable, she's a liar. Yes, she has lied, but she had her rent to pay. Yes, she has lied, and she's lost her lashes too. Oh man, you know that's bad when you done lied so much your lashes didn't fell out. How you gonna lie till you lose your lashes? She could have kept that to herself. I lost my lashes. Okay, I get that I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, but you lost your lashes? You were so stressed your lashes fell out? What it is that sometimes you can't afford to go to the usual shop, and so you try to do the lashes yourself, and then next thing you know, you can just blink them away. Oh man. Gotcha. Oh man. And if it wasn't for the Sussex squad, I would still have my job at CNN. If it wasn't for Oprah Winfrey, we wouldn't even know who you are. Oprah gave her a big break. And then she the one squandered it by making up stuff. Don't blame the squad. Don't blame CNN. You have only yourself. It wasn't any pranksters. They gave you an opportunity and you took it. As a matter of fact, you took 300 pounds. Anyway, you guys, I think I have said enough about that today. Oh yes, I am. I'm having so much fun today, B10. I'm kind of dehydrated, so I probably should get out of here. I have emptied 2 bottles of water while I was sitting here, so I probably need to go drink water. But yes, thank you guys. I am in a good mood, and you guys are responsible for that because without you all, there would be no Royal Sussex. That would just be me sitting here talking to myself. But don't trip, I've done that before. Oh yeah, yes, reminding us how stupid they are as royal so-called experts. Yes, absolutely. They did that. They're responsible. Let's see. They're going to do so much stuff in my neighborhood. I don't think I need to go anywhere. I just need to duck and cover. But yeah, I think they're going to do so much around here that I don't really need to go anywhere. So I will probably just sit outside and, probably put on some safety goggles. I'll sit there with my fire extinguisher and I'll just watch like everybody else. Oh man, I am in a silly mood. Okay, you guys, I gotta go because I'm getting too weird now. Let me see. Don't sweat the small stuff, Baron. Absolutely. Don't sweat the small stuff. Oh, really? In 45 minutes? Okay. Let's see. Now, I just looked, but I didn't see anything. Oh, I do see it. I do. Okay. I see it. Yes, you're right. And it's in 45 minutes. There you go. All right, you guys. So there you have it. Duchess of Success will be on in 45 minutes. And I will see you all tomorrow. And have a good evening. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex.